And here we go, then, night 2 of our Dusty Rhodes Classic. We're kicking things off with a team that's had a bit of a rough time so far in this universe mode, but definitely turned it around the last couple of episodes. And that is going to be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They were pretty heavily beaten over and over and over again the first few shows of the year, but 2 wins in the last 2 appearances, defeating, of course, Red Dragon in a tables match at our St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and then also a victory on Dark last week as well, has definitely helped them progress forward. But can they take that momentum into this match and move their way through to the next round of the SWE Tag Team Championship Dusty Rhodes Classic? And their opponents for this match will be the big, the bad, the mean, well, not so mean, Heavy Machinery. Now, let's get my anti-Vince stuff out at the moment, right? Something that really annoys me, and you might be able to prove me wrong on this one, but this is my opinion on the situation. NXT puts people together and trains them and gives them exposure and gives them big matches to become a very good tag team. That's exactly what happened to these 2 guys. They trained to become a tag team. They did a lot of their NXT work as a tag team. So when they get up onto the main roster and Vince decides to split them up, he can't then moan if they struggle a little bit to get over as a single star because they're not used to it. And he's done it so many times in the past. So many times. And these people have spent so long developing their tag team dynamic and their tag team wrestling style and all these tag team maneuvers. When it does end up going into singles competition, you can't blame the wrestlers. You can't blame Otis. Otis does everything Otis can. But at the end of the day, he was built up as the comedy part of this tag team. And yeah, I feel bad for him. His career seems to have drizzled off quicker than it began. Of course, he got the Money in the Bank, didn't he? Which he lost to The Miz. So it's disappointing for him, but he's just done it so many times, Vince. I mean, you had Enzo and Cass, I think, lasted less than a year. American Alpha didn't last very long either. So it's pretty mad just how quickly he splits these tag teams up. I mean, of course, American Alpha might have been a little bit of a different situation due to the injuries to Jason Jordan, I suppose. Chad Gable had to do something, and I think putting him with Shelton Benjamin was a great shout early on, but again, that didn't work either. But it's just a weird one for me. It annoys me, but hey-ho, let's give up on that right now. Of course, we've got the match in front of us right now. Heavy Machinery versus Owens and Zayn. In this lovely Dusty Classic arena that I got off the Community Creations, so thank you very much whoever created this. I might make one change to it though, I don't know. I might just change the colour of the ropes to red, white and blue. Just seems to be the theme is the red, white and blue colours, isn't it really? So I might change that. But yeah, should be an interesting one. Of course, remember these matches are all no disqualification because I couldn't find normal tornado on the actual on the list, so we ended up with doing Extreme Rules. So it's fine. It's going to be fun. Make things interesting, won't it? Of course, 2 matches here tonight for you as well then. So we've got this one, and then our second match of tonight's episode will be TM-61, Nick Miller and Shane Thorne going up against Futureshock, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Now, it's a little bit annoying because I've been planning this tournament out for a while, and then, of course, Undisputed Era split up in real life, but still, we're going to use them anyway. We'll also have Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong as a tag team later on in this competition as well. A slam in the back there by Tucker on Kevin Owens. Brings Owens back up now, but Owens slapping Tucker away. And it seems to be a pretty even-ish match at the moment. It seems like Owens is controlling Tucker and we'll say Otis was controlling Sami. But Sami now dropping Otis on the outside with that complete shot, the flatliner. Sami now with a chair right across the chest of Otis. And right across the head as well. That's a big, big hit. That was by Sami Zayn on Otis. And it's an interesting one. I mean, the weapons are allowed. And I think that does add a whole different element to this tournament. And like I said previously, I think some people will have an advantage because of the use of weapons. I think it will suit some people a lot better. That's Kevin Owens now. Ooh, elbows in the face from Tucker on Owens, who had him up on the shoulder. And you see there on the outside, Otis just tapped to Sami Zayn. Of course, it doesn't count because it only happens inside the ring. No countouts, no disqualifications, but pinfalls and submissions have to take place inside the ring. So even though Otis just tapped, it does not count. However, the damage that Sami Zayn just did to Otis will, of course, still carry over. I can only imagine that's the reason why he did it. But at the moment now, Otis seems to be, well, given a bit of buoyancy now. He's been busted open. He's already tapped in this match, and yet he's still showing the resilience to carry on. Otis now sending Sami Zayn back into the ring, and Otis just looking at the blood on his palm. He's not impressed as he drops his body weight on the arm of Sami Zayn, and now stalking Zayn. And Otis taking Zayn up. But Zayn able to break free into that front chancery, now a jawbreaker. As Kevin Owens, the gutbuster on Tucker. And Owens, a nice back senton on Tucker as well. As Sami Zayn now, he's already made him tap once, and he locks that Koji clutch in once again. Will he make him tap again as Owens takes out Tucker, and Otis does tap, and Owens and Zayn, they've gone from the lowest form people in this roster to getting 3 victories in a row now, and they make their way through to the second round of the SWE Dusty Classic to crown our first SWE Tag Team Champions. There we go. And it was a great performance by both teams, to be honest. We saw great things from both, but I feel like Kevin Owens was just a bit too strong for Tucker, and eventually Sami, you see him breaking free there. He locked in the second Koji clutch of the match and got Otis to tap for the second time in the match, but this time inside the ring where it counts. Right, let's move on to our second match of the night. And here we go, another very interesting match here. Futureshock, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly up against TM-61, Nick Miller and Shane Thorne in another first round match. Be interested to see which one of these two are able to move forward. Of course, the winner of this match will take on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Who, I mean, I don't think they'll mind too much who they face off against, but I'm pretty sure they would prefer TM-61 maybe. Is this Adam Cole make an entrance by himself? Okay, this is interesting. So Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly deciding to make their entrances separate, which is an interesting idea. Okay. So maybe the bad animosity in real life is continuing on here by the looks of it. As we await the entrance now then of, there he is, yeah, it's Kyle O'Reilly. Okay, Kyle O'Reilly coming out separately. Very interesting indeed. Right. Let's continue moving on then. We'll see the entrance of TM-61. TM-61. So, of course, no longer a tag team. As one of these guys, I can't remember which one it is now. Shane Thorne? I can't remember which one it is. One of them went back to New Japan. And is rested now as a singles competitor. And the other one is still within WWE. I can't imagine it'll be long before the other one leaves as well, to be honest. Actually, a really good young tag team, and they just never really got off the ground. Of course, there was bad injuries, I think, in NXT, wasn't there? And they never really got off the ground as much as we expected they would do. But a big opportunity here for them this evening to move through, taking on a team who arguably will be one of the favourites in this competition once again. And there's, well, I think there's so many favourites in this competition, to be honest with you. I mean, you've only got to think of some of the classic tag teams we're going to see as well. Legion of Doom, Demolition, Rock and Roll Express. We've also got the Young Bucks, the Revival. We've got Gallows and Anderson, Tama Tonga and Tangaloa. There's so many amazing tag teams we'll see as part of this competition. And it'll be interesting to see which ones do move on. As we see TM-61 taking early control of this match. Taking both members of the Undisputed Era, or Futureshock as they're known here. Futureshock was a real tag team, by the way, on the independent scene. I don't know how long it lasted for, to be honest, but they're in one of my favourite ever PWG matches. It was Evil Uno and Stu Grayson versus the Young Bucks versus Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly in a triple threat tag team ladder match. It was an amazing, amazing match. I can't remember what show it was at, but you should definitely try and find it if you have the opportunity, because it was incredible. It was an incredible, incredible match, and saw some really, really good stunts as well. Nick Jackson doing some incredible stuff, as Nick Jackson does. Nick Jackson, I think, is the most athletic one, isn't he, there? And this was Stu Grayson and Evil Uno before they were actually... Well, they were still the Super Smash Bros. Then. They weren't the Dark Order as of yet. The Dark Order got a lot of hate when they first debuted in AEW, didn't they? But I feel like they've really won the majority of people over now. Adam Cole getting his knees up there on... That's Shane Thorne? I think Shane's the one with the tattoos, I think. I don't honestly know. So for me, ideally, if they get knocked out, that'd be better for me, because I ain't got to try and guess which one's which. That's why I'm hoping the Usos go out in the first round, because I can't handle which Uso's which. As Kyle O'Reilly now locking in the armbar and has the leg as well. But it's broken up. Nice belly to back slam. O'Reilly gets back up and gets a chop right in the face, and then another throw. Adam Cole looking for the strike. Oh, big drop kick in the face. O'Reilly now dumping him into the outside. And that's Nick Miller, I'm sure. Is this a Shane Thorne in the ring with Adam Cole? Nice Hurricanrana. Pretty even match so far, to be honest. Nobody's really dominated so far. Of course, the winner of this one will get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the next round, as they knocked out Heavy Machinery in the previous match. We already know that we got the Rhodes Brothers versus the Ascension. Ascension surprisingly defeating Dark Order when Johnny Hungry, or John Silver, got a little bit too distracted in what he was doing and did not pay attention to his teammate being pinned. So he'll be disappointed with that. We might see him again this weekend, actually. I think we probably will, as part of the AEW. I mean, you can't have an AEW show without the Dark Order, can you, really? Spinebuster on the outside, but it's Adam Cole with a slam in the middle of the ring. This could be enough, and oh, only a 2 count. Only a freaking 2 count. Up on the top now goes Nick Miller. Possibly Shane Thorne, but I think it's Nick Miller. In with the moonsault, and now a big clothesline by Shane Thorne as well. This could be interesting. Oh, only a 2 count. But this is the opportunity here for Miller. Sit out powerbomb. If Thorne can keep Adam Cole out here, this could be the opportunity they need. Big lariat to the back of the head. There's the pin. And there's the win. TM-61 eliminate Futureshock in the first round. Now that is a Futureshock. TM-61 will go through to the second round to face off against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the Dusty Classic. And there we go. Very, very interesting couple of results here. Very interesting. And I must admit, it wasn't against the run of play. They really showcased themselves really well. And the sit-out powerbomb was enough. And there's that big spinning lariat to the back of the head was enough to keep Adam Cole down. And there they are. What a win for TM-61. Big surprise. I thought they were going to be one of the ones that would get knocked out first round. But we've had a couple of those now the last couple of episodes. The Ascension getting through in the last show. And now here we are. TM-61 making it through in this one. Well, there we go. We'll leave it there for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed. Like, subscribe, that good stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow, where we will have another 2 first round matches for you. Good night.